Hey guys, this is Chelsea Schaefer and this is The Score. This is the Team Roping Journal's venture into the world of podcasting. On this show, you'll be able to bring the team roping world's movers and shakers on the road or to the office with you. They'll be telling stories and talking through some of the issues facing this sport. As the editor of the Team Roping Journal, I'll be your host. Hey everyone, it's Chelsea here. Before we start this episode of The Score, I do want to send our deepest condolences from our whole staff at the Team Roping Journal, past and present, to the family of Ricky Green. Just 3 short weeks ago, Ricky was diagnosed with cancer after he had what they thought was a stroke. And yesterday morning, we learned that Ricky had passed away. I don't think anybody will ever be able to quantify Ricky's contributions to the sport of team roping. I remember when I was going to college in Ohio, Ricky would come every year to my friend's dad's arena and put on a private school for the good old boys from West Virginia and Ohio, who, they rolled out the red carpet when Ricky came to town, and he helped them so much. He would ride whatever horse they had. If that was a pony, if that was a draft cross, he would hop on and make those guys' day and show them how their horses could really work. And he helped them so much. I know there were lots of guys there that they improved their roping so much, from being guys that didn't even have a number to, after Ricky was done with them, getting to go to the U.S. finals and win or place and some ropings there. So I don't think anybody will ever be able to say what Ricky actually did for the sport. It is so appreciated. And I don't think anybody will ever top Ricky's contributions to teaching in this sport. So, Ricky, Godspeed. Please rest in peace, and rest in peace knowing everything you've done for this industry as a whole. Thanks, guys. Now, back to the episode. Hey, everybody. This is Chelsea Schaefer, and this is The Score. This episode is special. It's brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads, who've sponsored our guest, now 10-time NFR heeler Travis Graves, for the last 3 years. CSI Saddle Pads are handmade in the USA by a dedicated team in the heart of Missouri for ropers who, like Travis, prioritize the care of their horses day in and day out. Later in this episode, you'll learn more about CSI's FlexPlate technology that evenly distributes the pressure of your saddle across your horse's back. So enjoy our conversation with TG, and stay tuned to find out just how CSI Saddle Pads can elevate your game. Hi, Travis.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
The season is over. How do you feel? Yeah, I know, right?
I'm glad. I'm glad it's over, as far as, I'm ready to be home and ready for a little break. And the fall is my favorite time. Mm-hmm. You're home and get to hang out at home with your family and go to some jackpots around the house, and just some downtime, and the weather's cool. And it's just my favorite time of the year.
Are the kids in school? Is T started?
Yes, T is in kindergarten.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he loves school.
Yeah?
And right there in Morgan Mill, it's just a quarter of a mile from my house, so it's really handy, and he loves it. And True's in pre-K, so.
She is already?
Yeah.
That went fast.
Yeah, it happens fast.
Yeah, for sure. Now, how hard is it with T being, they went with you all summer, right?
Yeah, they went, they went until school started, yeah.
So how hard was it being, and they've always kind of gone with you, so how hard was it when they all of a sudden weren't there?
It's hard. It's a lot harder than I thought, as far as, you don't get to see them anymore. They got to be at home, and I'm in the Northwest trying to finish the season out and rodeoing, and it makes it a lot harder.
So, did you miss the first day of kindergarten and all that?
No, I actually was there.
Nice.
It worked out where I had Bambi. She was helping me, and I flew home, and it worked out where I was there for the first day of school. So I was glad to be there for that.
How clutch is Bambi? For anybody that doesn't know, we're talking about Bambi Robb, who drives
Bambi
for.
Robb.
She has
awesome.
Yeah, she's helped everybody for years. She's clutch.
Yeah, she's helped me for quite a while, or always there for me if I need her, and she does a great job. Takes care of the horses great. anything. She's awesome. She makes it way easier. And she's helped Trevor and Luke and Chad and
Rogers last year at the finals, and Corey, and yeah.
Always, she's helped me a lot there. She's always good to have on your team.
Yeah, I think she could have like 5 vet degrees at this point. Like, she's the master at soundness, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's awesome with the horses. Knowing what's going on. She loves to be around them and takes great care of them, and you can trust her with all your stuff and not have to worry about it. So.
Yeah, for sure. She's great. Now let's talk about the season a little bit. It started, it was kind of a different year for you.
Yeah, it was. Me and Clay started roping, I think, at Austin. Was our first rodeo of the year. I roped with Chad in the winter, and we did okay. I think we won. We did okay. We won. I think I had 3,000. Not great, not just didn't do very good in the winter. So I was playing catch up all year pretty much, and just makes it hard.
Yeah.
When you don't do great in the winter or have a big win, it just seems like all year long you're catching up, and it just makes rodeoing a lot harder. Seems like.
And what years had you and Clay roped in the past?
2010, 11, and 12.
And so how did the phone call to rope again? I don't know how much you are comfortable saying or not, but how did all that transpire?
I don't know. Me and Clay, we've always been good friends. We've won a lot together. We've done, we won every major jackpot together and had a lot of success together. But I don't know. We just never did win it. That was the deal. And he started with Jade, and they had. Everybody knows how good they did. And I don't know. I think after a while, when you rope with somebody 3 or 4 years, you just kind of get in a rut, and you need something new. Just everybody does. I don't care who it is. It's just the same old deal. Just a new spice in your just gives you that spark as far as wanting to work at it, and just something new. And I don't know. I think that's where they were at, or that's where he was at, or whatever. And it just worked out for me, I guess.
And those guys didn't rope. Clay and Jay didn't rope together that much. At home, do you guys rope together a lot? Do you practice very much together? Obviously, during the summer that didn't happen very much.
Yeah, we do. We rope together. Dang near every day, it seems like.
Really?
He lives. Yeah, he lives about 10 or 15 minutes from me. It's not that far, and I do. I go over there as much as I can. He comes to my house here lately. He's come to my house, but we try to rope together quite a bit.
I've been in the practice pen with Clay just at some of our photo shoots a few times, and he takes every steer in the practice pen as seriously as he does like the 10th steer at the NFR, it seems like. Are you the same way, or is that a fair characterization of Clay? I don't mean to mischaracterize.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way you got to be, though. I think if you're there just laughing and having a good time, you're not going to be doing that when you're entered, You got to be there, bared down, trying to catch every steer. The goal is to get better, and that's why you're practicing. And if you don't treat it like serious like that, it's hard to get any better if you're not in that mind frame of really concentrating and really thinking about what you're doing. Because I've been there, you just go through the motions, and sometimes you might as well not even practice. It's just kind of a waste of time if you're not in the right mindset.
Did you guys have any learning curves this year? Like, was there anything, or was it just like old times?
No learning curves. Like you said, it was a long year as far as we did good. But there's times, I'd screw up that I shouldn't have, or him, which is rodeo, and that's part of it. We're older now. We know how it works. When you're young, you just think there's no tomorrow if you miss. It drives you nuts. And now, you got to see the big picture and know how it works and how the season works. It's a year-long contest, and you try to do the best you can do. And if you're ready and prepared, when it's your turn, you're going to do good. And look at the big picture of it, I guess.
Was heeling behind Johnson any different than heeling behind Dew or Kate or those other kind of horses that Clay had that made him famous for so long?
No, not really. It's all, I think a lot of it has to do with the way he goes about it. And it's not really no different, I don't think. But
you made a horse change this year, kind of a forced one.
Yeah.
Talk about what happened. And
Manny, I haven't ripped a steer on Manny since the last year at the NFR. He got hurt. His back left ankle. Had surgery. He tore his deep flexor. Had some tendon sheath problems, and something else they called it. I don't even know the name of it, but Brazos there in Morgan Mill, Charlie Buchanan, he's done a great job of having him all year. He's had him at the rehab center, and like I said, they did surgery on him. I just picked him up a week ago, and they say he's ready to go. I haven't roped a steer on him. I've been riding him.
You have?
But, yeah, they say that he's going to be all right. We'll see.
Like what was his rehab like? Did they swim him or?
They did everything. Swim him, TheraPlate, laser stuff, all. They have the amazing rehab center over there. Anything you can think of. Mud. They do. I mean, everything they could. Ice it, whatever they had to do, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fine. Like I said, I've been riding him, but I don't know if I'll be jackpotting on him, like stuff like that. But I think, rodeoing on him and stuff, he'll be all right but like I said, he's 18 years old. He don't probably have a whole lot left anyway, but if I could ride him here and there, that'd sure be great.
And now compare him and Chip. They're pretty different, right?
Yeah, they're a lot different as far as Chip's small. He's not a very big horse.
Yeah.
He might be 14.2. Quick-footed. Works really good, though. Scores really good. They both score great. Chip can still run pretty good for being a little horse. Chip stops probably harder as far as, he drags his butt. He's more of a show horse type. Joseph, them, they showed him. He makes it happen a little faster as far as that goes. If I was going to go catch 30 in a row, I'd rather be on Manny. As far as, I've known him forever, and he's so easy to catch on. He never cheats you. He's so honest. And I just know every move he's going to make. I've rode him for so long. It's just hard to not want to be on him, as far as catching them all. But Chip's a great horse. I really glad that I have him, and he's a turd. He's a pain in the butt to be around. Always into something. Always can't tie another horse by him. He'll try to kick it. Just a turd. He really is. But,
and he's young, right? Or is he?
Yeah, he's 9 years old. But yeah, he's a good horse, and I'm glad I got him, especially since Manny's been hurt all year. So. And
you bought him? Did you buy him before Manny got hurt or after?
I bought him right after the NFR last year.
I see. Gotcha. Yeah. And now, horse paper wise, you have. Chip is one of the best bred horses going down the road right now. As far as having dual spark and on his papers and Shining Spark royalty. And then there's Manny, who's a breeding stock paint, which nothing wrong with that at all. But there's just like nothing. You don't look at his papers if you just have kind of a general horse paper knowledge and look at his papers and think, wow, you got to have that one. What's your kind of takeaway on horse papers and pedigrees?
Man, I think if they do mean something, you know, I think the odds are the better your horse is bred, the more better the odds that he is going to be great. But it doesn't mean that he could be a dud too. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know until, you know, you're till 2 or 3 years into it. It seems like if they're going to be any good or not. So, like you said, Manny's got paint papers. Everybody asks why I never put him in the horse year. Well, that's why, because he's a paint. You know, he has paint papers. Can't do that. So, I think if a great horse is a great horse. I mean, if they have the mind and willing to work with you and want to do their job, the papers doesn't matter. You know, like him, he's just good at his job and loves to heel, and the papers don't matter that way. As far as, like I said, it's just kind of a freak. It is a freak thing. You know, I don't know of another paint horse that's probably has been as good as he has. You know, everybody's scared of paints, you know, as far as they have a bad reputation, because most of them aren't any good. So, you know, I mean, the odds are, you know, there's not been very many good paint horses. And honestly, I didn't know he was a paint until I'd already bought him, you know. I didn't even look at the papers, rode him, liked him, whatever. And then Manny gives me the papers, and they're paint papers, so I didn't know that. So, but it all worked out, and he's a great horse. And I've won more on him than I have on any horse I've ever had. That worked out great for me.
And your horse before Manny was, remind me the names.
Superstar.
And is Superstar still walking around your pasture?
Oh yeah, still have Superstar. I have Baby Doll. Those were the two horses I had before them. They were really good horses.
Did you ever breed Baby Doll?
I have not bred her.
No.
I probably should.
How old is she now?
I think she's 18 or 19. I don't know if she might be too old to breed, but T rides her every day. If I can turn him loose on her, and she's pretty lazy, and he really loves riding her. I don't have to worry about anything. She's safe. So
does he like to rope the hocks or anything? Is he?
He likes to rope the leap steer a little bit. As far as in the house, he'll rope it some. He's been wanting to be a bull rider forever. Like, that's what he does.
Oh, good.
Ride bulls. But he's actually told me the other day, he goes, Dad, I'm going to be a roper. I want to rope, and I don't want to ride bulls. I'm like, well, good. Your mom will be happy, I think. But we'll see. Like I said, he's getting into it. He's liking riding every day. He's really enjoying. You know, I'm just now letting him ride by himself. And it's really, I think, getting fun for him as far as that goes. And he can kind of do what he wants to do, and I think he enjoys that.
If he wants to rodeo, are you guys going to go the junior rodeo route, do you think? Or do the...
Man, I don't know. It's just kind of whatever he wants to do. We'll see where he wants to go. I mean, I'm for whatever he wants to do. I didn't go to junior... I went to junior rodeos. I didn't go to high school rodeos. So... there's, I'm sure, a little organization right there around our house that he could probably go to if he wants to junior rodeo. So we'll see if he gets to really want to do it. And we'll go from there, I guess.
I mentioned it earlier, but this episode is presented by CSI Saddle Pads, which are made by a truly dedicated team of craftsmen and women in America's heartland. CSI Saddle Pads has been dedicated to the team roping community since its inception, and they've supported our coverage of the sport for years now because the team there truly believes in expanding the knowledge base of the sport. Because the more you know about team roping and rope horses, the more you understand how critical it is to have the right equipment. CSI was founded on the belief that horses can only perform at their best when they're feeling great, meaning the CSI team believes passionately in educating and communicating with its customers about good saddle fit. There are many good saddle pads on the market, but the CSI Saddle Pad is the only one with CSI Flex Plate. This in-pad plate makes an amazing difference in a number of ways. It creates a larger footprint for the saddle tree. It evenly distributes bar pressure, rider weight, and impact. It increases range of motion and overall performance, keeps you safer because your horse is more willing and comfortable, and leaves for fewer chiropractic and massage therapy visits. The CSI pad has been proven on the ranch, on the trail, in the arena, and at the rodeo. It is trusted and ridden by top clinicians and competitors, including our guest, Travis Graves. Now enjoy the rest of our conversation and then visit CSISaddlepads.com for more. Now, kind of changing gears. Once upon a time, I think you said, you could correct me if I'm wrong, I think you told me you started like with $5,000 one year, your first year in the bank, and you kind of went and rodeoed from there. How did you get rolling, I guess? Did you win big jackpots early on? How did you make it early in rodeo?
Well, I hate the people that ask you, how much does it take to make the NFR? Well, if you're determined and you have the will to win and willing to do whatever it takes and you rope good, you'll make it. I don't care. I mean, you just no's not an option. You know, you're not going to give up, and you plan on doing good, and you're going to do good if you work at it and have that fire in you. I just don't like it when people say, "Well, I need to have $30,000 in the bank before I can start rodeoing." No, if you have a dream and you have the drive and you want to be the best, and it's your dream to do it, like me, I mean, you'll start entering, and if you rope good and you work at it, you'll do good, and you won't have to worry about it. But if not, then if you're not good enough, they'll tell you. I mean, you'll have to go home. If you don't have any more money, then yeah, you got to go home. But it did take me, like I said, it took me 4 years to make the NFR, but I did good jackpotting. I really did. I won, the Wildfire back 3 times, I think. 2 times before I made the NFR, I think. No, 1 time before. So I had $50,000 there, and I won the US finals. Stuff like that. Give me some big chunks, and allowed me to keep going, keep working towards my goal. But I think if a guy's really wants to do it and you work at it, you can't really put a number on how much money you need. I mean, the most important thing is you got to have a good horse. I mean, if you don't have a good horse and not a good partner, but if you have a good horse and you rope good, you'll get a good partner. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Back then, were you making your own good horses? Like now, I feel like you guys don't have time to make a lot of your own good horses. You have to just buy one because you're not home long enough to make a good one. Yeah,
like back then, I did make my own horses, or my dad. I got all my horses from my dad. I had Superstar. He was, I had him then. And he's probably honestly, he's probably the best horse I've ever had. I mean, still to this day. Just so, like I said, I had him, and I could jackpot good. I could rope. I could catch the last steers by 2 feet. It just took me a little bit to figure out the rodeo deal, and once I figured that out, then I started getting the great partners and went from there.
Were you trading horses very much back then? What else did you just jackpot and that's how you got by, or did you make some horses, sell some horses?
Yeah, I've always sold horses. My dad did it. I grew up, around it. So yeah, I sold horses and just rode some outside horses, just the same deal. I had some lessons, just whatever I had to do to make some extra money to keep going. That's what I did. But I never had never had a job. I'm not saying I'm not bragging on that, you know, I mean, just the way it worked out. I never did get a job. Was always practicing or doing something or gone, and too much to, you know, to even do it. So I was always working on roping or my horses or something like that.
Do you have a job you'd like to try? If you were to ever get a job, is there anything that interests you?
I don't know. No, not really. I like real estate. I have some rentals, you know, that's what I'm kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Trying to, you know, for the future when I'm done. It's my backup plan as far as when I'm all done rodeoing. That's what I want to do. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on.
I gotcha. Well, now tell me, you've never had a job, and you don't really trade a ton of horses these days. You have really great sponsors, though, that definitely help you in a whole bunch of different ways. You are not maybe as outgoing as Trevor Brazil or Patrick Smith or those guys that are out there very chatty on all the time.
Yeah.
How do you serve your sponsors in a milder mannered kind of way, I guess?
I think, you know, having a good reputation, being known for a good guy, you know, as far as not throwing fits, not cussing, or you know, I'm not saying cussing, but you know what I mean, like not throwing no fits when you miss, or and it seems like the more you win, the more sponsors you get. As far as it was that way with me, and the more success I had, the more sponsors I had. And it was kind of backwards as far as, you know, you need it when you start out. You always need it, but I'm just saying you really need it when you start out, but it doesn't work that way. It's backwards as far as the more success you have, the more sponsors it seems you get. And I am lucky. I do have good sponsors, and it makes my life so much better, and it makes the rodeo world where you can make a good living. You know, it's guaranteed money as far as sponsorship goes. It just adds more to the table as far as the year-end deal goes. And you know, having 2 kids and a family now, sponsors are huge in this business, and they're not easy to get. You know, people ask me all the time, well, how do you get sponsors, and what I got to do, and same old deal. I mean, it's the back to when I started, I didn't have any sponsors. I had maybe a rope deal, and might have got 3 free and bought 3. You know what I mean? I didn't have any, and I think that makes you better as far as makes you work out harder, makes you want to do better, makes you win. And like I said, the more you win, it seems like the more sponsors you get. As far as, you know, like if you have a good personality and you do your best to serve your sponsors, like, you know, Facebook now, a huge deal. That seems like what they all want nowadays is for you to wear their patch and represent them good, but also Facebook stuff. It seems like where it's at now. So I kind of have to do that deal. So,
do you like doing social media stuff?
No, absolutely don't. No, I don't like it at all, and I'm not very good at it. But it's part of the business, and my wife actually does most of it, or all of it, pretty much. So she does a good job of it.
Yeah, and she does.
I think that's just where it's at now. I mean, social media is everything, it seems like, as far as that goes. So many people see it, and so many views, and that's just, I think that's where it's at.
Now, you mentioned Tamika. how critical is a partner like her that supports you in everything that you do? So that seems like it would be, to not have somebody in your corner would be really hard.
Oh, she's everything. Like, oh, she's been there through the good times and the bad, you know. When I started, didn't have anything, and she was there then, and now she's, I mean, even now, you know, it's never rodeo, and the highs and lows are unbelievable. But I don't think anybody ever gets it figured out. I really don't. You think you do, but it's a very humbling sport. As far as you can be on top of the world one week, and the next week you can't win anything. It works, and but she's always been there for me, and like I said, took me 4 years to make the NFR. You know, if I would have been with the right person, you know, they might would have told me to think it's time to figure something else out for your career or whatever. But she never did. She was always there for me, and so thankful to have her on my team, because she's everything as far as that goes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. She's always been awesome, it seems like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now we are just a couple months away from the NFR. Do you go in, what level of pressure do you feel going into it? With, I don't want to say the monkey on your back, but kind of, you know. I don't know. How do I say that, Travis?
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Anymore, there's no pressure. I mean, just try to be prepared as you possibly can. Mm-hmm. Rope as much as you can. Make sure your horses are doing as good as they are, as good as you can, as far as soundness, everything ready to go, and roping sharp. If everything's going good, you know, like that, I don't have pressure. It's like if it's not, is when you do have pressure. When you feel like a little off, or you don't feel everything's just not perfect, and then you have in the back of your mind, you know, am I ready? I mean, I hate showing up there and feeling like, man, I don't know if I'm ready. You know, you try to do everything you can, have the best steers you can, and try to be as sharp as you can, and that's all you can do. I mean, I've been there and won $0. I mean, yeah. Kobe Level that time, I think we won one check the whole time. So I mean, Did
it feel worse going into that finals? Like you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it really. I mean, it really did. As far as I think we practiced one time before we went out there. You know, we just didn't. I mean, it felt like we got exactly what we put into it, which was you know, not enough. And but yeah, you know, very seldom do you hear of people that didn't work at it and going out there and doing really good. You know, it just don't really happen.
Yeah.
You know, everybody around Stephenville was working at it every day, practicing, getting ready. It's such a huge deal. The main deal out there is just getting off to a good start. As far as the first round seems more nerve-wracking than anything, because you do want to get a good start. You know, you want to get the ball rolling early and kind of get a feel for it, the steers, and get settled in. And then once you get that first one under your belt, it just seems like, say you get a little money, or even if you get him caught, kind of get a rhythm going, and then you can build from there. But if you don't do good at first, it's hard to get it turned around. It really is. You're trying to get it, because then you're just trying to go faster and faster. I mean, you're just backed in a corner.
I think Caesar maybe used the term quicksand, like that. If it goes bad, the more you struggle, the more it sucks you down. Yeah. Sure seems like that. Who did you get your NFR practice steers from?
FSR.
FSR. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's what they really get about keeping me in good steers, and Um, actually, like last year, I had some muleys and roped them dead fresh. It was really good practice for me as far as they're wild as heck, and you never know what they're going to do, and it keeps you real sharp too. So I might do that a little bit too. So.
What does your NFR practice look like? Okay, so fresh muleys, that's awesome. I've not heard that before, but what else? How many hours a day are you in the practice pen?
Every day. It seems like there's no telling how many steers we rope. Or, I don't know about this year with Clay. I don't know. I know in the past that's the way we did it. I don't know if this way. Everybody's different. But, like, as far as me and Chad, last year, he has the indoor arena, and we had the arena set up, and it was a everyday deal for after the U.S. finals. It's usually when you start. Seems like you start.
How much do you jackpot? I mean,
a lot. I try to jackpot a lot.
Before the finals, you try to.
Yeah, if there's a jackpot, I try to go to it. I think it's good to go to jackpots too. I don't think it's good to just rope in the NFR arena, and it's good to go jackpot and compete and stay sharp that way too. But then during the day, I got practice horses, and
last year
maybe 50 steers a day. Seems like.
How many practice horses do you keep around?
I have 3 right now, and I got.
Are they like what caliber practice horses are they? Are they like could be an amateur rodeo guy's number 1 horse?
Oh yeah, Well, I hate the word practice horse because they're not practice horses. I have people when you say practice, 20. No, then I mean they're $20,000 horses. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're good horses. I'm just saying as far as they're not my number 1, so I can run quite a few on each one of them, and save my good horses for the big stuff where I don't risk an injury or something like that.
And do you use like the best equipment all day? Like you don't throw a junk trophy saddle on them. You're riding good saddles, good pads, good everything.
I ride
your practice.
Same saddle, same saddle on every horse every day. CSI pads, use them, and the best protection I can on every horse I got, because like I said, I don't want to risk injury to any of them. That's how I make my living, and even a practice horse, I need them too. I need all of it. All of it matters. It all goes together. So.
And are you the kind that when round 10's over, whether or not you have a gold buckle this year or you don't, do you go and start that Monday morning back in the practice pen, or do you decompress? Buddy Hawkins told me last week he starts right away.
Well, he hasn't done it as long as me. No. When I'm done, I need a break.
You do?
I'm so exhausted with it. I need to take a break. I really do. I don't rope for a while, because I think you need the break as far as you need to want, because I want that feeling back. Man, I'm ready to run one. You know what I mean? I'm ready. I cannot wait. I can't wait to go to Odessa. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait to go to the jackpot at Andrew. You know what I mean? Like if you never take that break, you just grind yourself into where you hate it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you just need the break as far as Christmas is coming, and your horses need the break. Your hands, everything, you give it everything you got. And I mentally and physically, you need the break. You really do. I take the break when I roped last year at the NFR. I don't rope until a few days before Odessa. Really, I mean, I really don't try to give my horse a break and let them rest and me rest and spend the time with my family and go to Oklahoma for Christmas and do other things, get your mind off the madness.
Have y'all taken a vacation since you started rodeoing? Like a real, like go to Cabo or anything?
It's weird that you say that, because Monday or Tuesday I'm going to Cancun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, for 3 days.
Are the kids coming or?
No. The kids aren't going. Me and my wife and a good friend of mine and his wife, we're going to Cancun for 3 days, and I'm looking forward to that. So
that's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Are you riding any horses in the futurity then?
I am not. No, I'm not doing the futurity.
No?
No, I haven't. No one has asked me or any of that. So no, I'm not.
No, skipping the futurity. I was wondering, it seems like even guys that I wouldn't think would be riding futurity horses seem to be telling me that they are. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be won there.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I really hadn't. No one asked me or, just haven't, or no one asked me to help them or anything. So no, I'm not going to.
Are you teaching any schools this fall?
No, I'm not.
No clinics.
I mean,
do you like
if I I'll have a lesson or two at my house, but I don't want to leave home. I don't want to go. I don't want to go off. I just want to stay home as much as I can.
You don't teach much? Do you just teach some private lessons at your house and that's it?
Private lessons at my house, really. I mean, I haven't done a school in a couple of years, probably. There for a while, it seemed like I do one a year, maybe 1 or 2 a year, and no one's really asked me to, and I haven't really pushed it as far as. It seems like I'm super busy doing what I do, and if there's downtime, I really want to just be at home with my kids or family, and not really have had the time to really even worry about doing school. So I'm not saying I won't. Hadn't done it. But there's people that always ask me all the time about lessons, and I'll do lessons at my house and stuff. But that's about it. Gotcha. But it's something I want to do. Maybe in the future.
When you retire.
I'll do a few, and see how it goes. But I'm not. What I'm saying is, I'm not against it at all. I mean, I enjoy doing it. I like doing it. Just hadn't really worked out here lately.
Sure. What is retirement? Is there any? Do you have a deadline on your career? I mean, are you planning to be Walt Woodard and Clay Cooper, or?
No, I'm not. I'm not planning to be. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm not. I mean, I don't. I hate it when people say they're going to quit and they don't quit. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I've heard so many times people retired and you'll see them at the next rodeo. I mean, it's just I'm not that guy. I'm not. When I say I'm done, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm not. And I'm not going to say I'm done till I know for sure. I think no one knows that. Only you know that. I mean, you only know, hey, man, I just don't enjoy it anymore. I just, same old deal, same old rodeo, same old. There comes a point, I know, when you're like, you'll know inside that, man, it's time to do something different, I think. And I'm not there yet. And I don't know when it would be, or but I do know I can't do this forever. No one does. I mean, it's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to compete at a high level
when you're not 100% in. Yeah.
Yeah, when you don't love it and crave it every day, and you're not thinking about it, it's hard to compete at the highest level and beat the best guys in the world. And there's a point where you got to know that. But like Clay Cooper, he still ropes great. Like you said, Walt still ropes great. He's 62 years old. It's unbelievable to me how good he heals for being that old. And but he loves it still. I mean, he still thinks about it every day as far as And I don't know if he's planning on going. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what any of them are doing. But I think the deal is, you still love to rope. It's all you've ever done. Mm-hmm. And I love roping. My hobby is roping. As far as I love it, I enjoy it, and it'd be a hard gap to fill.
What kind of header are you? Are you gonna head at the U.S. Opens and jackpots when you're done, you think?
Oh, I don't know. I doubt it. I can head. I can head.
What's your head number?
A 7. I think every healer can head the horns. The problem is the barrier. No, I might head some. I don't know what I'll do. I really don't. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'll do as far as it's hard planning the future. Like you said, I've got some rentals and I'm trying to get that thing going. And when the time comes when I don't want to do this anymore, I'll have something to do, something to fall back on.
Now, that was a no pressure question as far as whether or not you can head good.
Yeah.
No judgment as to whether or not you're going to head.
No, I'll head. I can. But do I think I'll make a living at it? No, absolutely not. No, I'm not.
All right. Well, that is about it, Travis. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Thanks, Travis. We really appreciated having you on today. Remember, this conversation was brought to you by CSI Saddle Pads, the only pad with the flex plate technology that creates a larger footprint for your saddle tree and evenly distributes bar pressure, rider weight, and impact. To learn more about these pads, visit csipads.com or call 877-274-7230, toll free.